on this episode of the Artist Sit Down.
Just let the people know a little bit about you, right? Where you from, what type of music you do, and everything.
Okay, so I'm hailing from New York City, the Bronx. Wait, hold on, pause. It's my original home.
One second. I'm so sorry.
Set that up then.
We could
Yeah,
definitely
let's
set
set
that
that up.
up. I got you.
All right,
I'm
so
serious.
yeah, so no, I'm serious too.
Okay. And I feel like right now in the day and age of music that we're in, it's so hard to get those people the type of recognition that they need. Then what else creatively can we expect to see you indulge in when it comes to you tapping into your talent, if you have any? I was gonna hype it up. I have a all black producer and editor team, so
Salute.
I'm super excited about that.
Video in.
Video in.
I just wanted to be on camera.
Are you recording? Yeah, we need some bloopers.
Do the video with you just holding a bottle, you smoking weed, or girls shaking their ass, or like, let's make this artistic. We're artists.
And just doing stuff. This is the main things that I have to get done just get done. So I feel like I made this podcast because I feel like I don't know, like it's definitely to give other artists a spotlight, but it also came from the fact that I don't feel like anybody like really was supporting my music and shit, and like nobody really wanted to interview me, and I'm just like, damn. So I was just like, let me just create the opportunity, open it up. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Kamorashi, and I'm tuning in today, giving you guys episode 2 of the Artist Sit Down. So today, you guys, I just want to apologize for saying I'm sorry for not giving you guys episodes for the last 2 weeks. It's been a lot going on, and that's not going to be my excuse moving forward. So, just cut me some grace. Come on, you guys. Anyways, without further ado, I just want to say, as you all know, the Artist Sit Down is now allowing all artists to be able to video in to do an interview. So if you're an artist and you want to be on the Artist Sit Down and you can't make it to our location, be sure to go hit the link in our bio and sign up to be on the Artist Sit Down to be able to video in. So, you guys, today we have an artist. Are they here in the studio? They're not. Why? Because we're trying our new technology. And with that being said, we have an artist calling in today from New York City, here to give us and enlighten us with his artistry and what he has to offer to the music industry. And so without further ado, you guys, help me introduce famous AAA.
The biggest, the baddest, and the best. Salute, family. Thank you. That was a wonderful intro, by the way.
Was it? Thank you so much. So famous. Just let the people know where you're video calling in from, and just let them know a little bit about you right now.
Okay, so my hometown is New York City, the Bronx to be exact. And we are taking this to the next level just by even with the Artist Sit Down and things of that nature. So also we got a project dropping Tuesday, December 5th. Before we go any further, and we here to shake the room right now. So
I love that. I love that so much. So I know you said you're from the Bronx. Just to reel that into your music, how do you feel like where you grew up at helped you in the direction of going to music, or where you grew up at, did that influence you to do music?
I believe not so much where I came from, but just being influenced in general. Like you put me in front of a TV and I watch the TV for too long, I want to emulate what's on the TV. If you put me around something for too long that I'm interested in, I want to emulate it.
Okay.
So seeing music videos of my pops in the house, and it's like Biggie on the screen, and I'm young and I'm seeing that, like, oh, that looks dope. And then seeing movies and be like, okay, you know what, I might want to do a movie one day. And this all happened when I was a child, and I eventually did every single thing that I watched. I eventually did. So yeah, it did help, but it was more so the glitz and the glam and the lifestyle. And then as you get older, the business plays a bigger part. But just life experience in general just shaped my music, and everything around me molds my music to what I am today. So
I love that. And I'm glad that you said, you just mentioned like the business aspect of it all now. So, how is that? Now, I know a lot of people just see like the music being put out, the content being put out, but the actual business behind all of that, how do you manage that and how do you work that to your advantage when it comes to you putting out music and creating content for your audience?
So I just came out with this thing called bench the art, play the business. I've
Mhm.
been playing the art for so long and benching the business that it finally catches up to you. And when it catches up to you, sometimes for people it's too late,
Mhm.
and that seesaw is no longer like balance. It's just too, way down on one side. So I just choose what's strategically best for the growth and choose what strategically is going to help the situation at the moment as opposed
Mhm.
to what I feel like I want to do, because I always want to make music. I got 1,000 beats in my email from
Right.
producers, and people hit me up on Instagram all day, but I'm not taking no submissions for no beats. I might not record until 2024 because, like I said, I got this project out and that's taking precedent, taking set,
Mhm.
along with running the business. And so it's a lot you got to be up for. If you're not up for it, you're going to drown in that water.
Mm. So, how do you balance your everyday life when it comes to music and everything outside of music, like your personal life and being social? Like, how are you able to manage all of that and still being an artist or having time to put energy into your work, into your art?
It's a little difficult on a aspect of when I'm not out with like my immediate family. If I'm not out with my daughter or my
Mhm.
wife, things of that nature. I'm always thinking like, damn, I should have brought the camera out to get this footage.
Mhm.
I'm always thinking about creating content, so it's hard for me to even live. And just even on, I know this is probably straying away, but even if I'm watching something,
Mhm.
like I come from the background of shooting videos and like short films. So I'm looking at, okay, they lit the scene this way, that way. And it's just like I walk into a store, I walk past the store, and I'm looking like, oh, this is how they getting people in, this is their presentation. So I'm just correlating all that into business,
Mhm.
which is not a bad thing. But sometimes I just want to take my mind out of that mode and chill. But fun times when I'm not on my phone and I'm able to just see my daughter smile and laugh and things of nature like that. So it's not really. I don't think there ever be a balance if you're serious about life and what
Mhm.
you're trying to do. Because I want to put my family involved in what I'm doing as well. I don't want
Mhm.
to just be this lonely road because it's been a lonely road for a long time, and now it's time to incorporate some other factors in. So
I love that. I think that's dope. And I think to get into actually getting into your music. So, what inspires you to create? Like when it comes to you actually sitting down, listening to a beat, coming up with what do you want, like what you want to talk about and everything. Like, what inspires Famous to sit here and be like, okay, this is what the topic of the song is going to be about. This is what I want the scenery to look like. This is what I want the feelings to look like. Like, how do you gather that?
so I just take the lowest inspiration. I could be like,
Hmm.
I could just run into a wall or something, be like, ow. You know what I'm saying?
It'd
And
be
then I
like that
somehow,
though.
some way, and I turn that into a song. Like,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It's just any little thing can inspire you. But what I do is I just take flaws. Like I like being vulnerable. Now my
Hmm.
thing is being vulnerable, and not so much in a way where it's like mushy, but it could be that way. But it's more so like we all got flaws. We humans.
Hmm.
So me talking about stunting and how I used to talk about stuff, it doesn't impress me no more. My
Hmm.
mind has grown, is elevating. So like I just like to be real with it. So I think authenticity is gonna lead the way in the long run compared to me faking what I'm doing. Like I'm not talking about nothing I'm not doing. I'm talking
Hmm.
about being a dad. I'm talking about being in the sun. I'm just talking about stuff that most people be like, maybe I don't want to hear that. But
Hmm.
if you think, if you listen and you like real music, you on that cold type of Kendrick or
Hmm.
people who actually saying stuff figurative language, then you like my music. My music is not for everyone. So
Okay.
I'm the soul artist though. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring your soul. You wear like that mink that you wear. I want to
We
put your
love a
soul
soul
on your back.
artist. And I feel
Yeah.
like it needs to be more of that. I think that's really dope. I think that's cool. I'm very into the whole soul artist thing. I think for me personally, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older or whatever. It's like I take more uh, awareness to like the music I'm listening to now, which leads me to ask you the question like, how are you feeling about today's music? Like today, the music that we're playing on the radio, that we're actually promoting and putting a lot of marketing behind. Like, how do you feel about today's music, and what do you think are the benefits and uh, the decline when it comes to actually putting out these music or the music that they have right now on the mainstream?
So first, I want to take time to say shout out to the fans because I think fans is
Mhm.
they have gone past the phase of whatever's on the radio is hot. People can find their own music.
Mhm.
So as far as that's concerned, you like what you like. Not everything is for everybody.
Mhm.
Um, but the music as a whole, like what they pushing on the radio, that's for people who want to listen to the radio. It's
Mhm.
not most of the time. It's not reality. It's not what's going on. It's just demoralizing. It's just like it's very low vibrational, you
Mhm.
know. And I'm a spiritual person. I know about the chakras and things of that nature. So it's
Mhm.
super low vibrational, and it's not doing anything for the economy, in my opinion. Like I wouldn't
Mhm.
play none of that stuff that's on. But to each his own. Whatever floats your boat. And like I'm at a point where it's like I get it.
Mhm.
Let me get a piece of the pie, but on my end, because
Mhm.
I'm still. It's still music, but to me, it's noise. I think I
Mhm.
make music, they make noise. Put it like that.
I felt that.
Hmm.
So, when it comes to famous music, like what is the message that you try to put out there for your audience? Like what do you want them to know? Like is it something that you're trying to tell them particularly, or are you just kind of dropping some gems along as you drop music?
So it's the gems, it's the growth, it's to identify your flaws and wear your flaws. Like I said, like that meat coat you'll wear, take your soul, put it on your back, and then roll with
Mm.
it. We only got one life to live,
Mhm.
and if we just sit here and talk about a whole bunch of stuff that's irrelevant, we just keep sitting watching TV that has nothing to do with what you want to do in life to distract
Mhm.
you. That's not the thing. So my thing is get to what you get into, because I know I procrastinate a lot. So this is my get back to the people. I'm
Mhm.
getting back on myself, and I'm trying to put the people who's on that path of just like be on that path. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And know right from wrong. Because I still listen to that type of music only when I'm working out because it gets me hyped. But other than that,
Mhm.
you know, the message is it gotta be a message. It gotta have some feel good. And I want to ride around and somebody grandmother put the song on and like, oh, like I like this
Right.
song. You know, somebody child can listen to it without them saying like, oh, turn that off.
Mhm.
Like that's what I want. So family aspect plays a major part in what I'm talking about too as well. So
And I think that's pretty cool. I feel like I also agree. Um, being cautious because I don't want no one to, jump down my throat. But being honest, I do feel like a lot of the music that is being played today, not necessarily on radio, but that's getting a lot of promotion. I want to say yes, it is a lot of noise due to the fact that I do feel like there's no substance behind like what's going on. It's just definitely like I want you to feel how you're feeling in the moment, like very in the moment type of song. So like of course like when you're drunk, like when you having a party and stuff like that, like of course that's the genre of music they make for those type of people. So it kind of makes sense why it's getting like a lot of popularity. However, I do just want to start seeing a push of more different type of artists. Like, there's just a lot of independent artists out there that are making super timeless music that I feel like a larger audience needs to hear. And I feel like right now in the day and age of music that we're in, it's so hard to get those people the type of recognition that they need, and needed for music. And so my question to you is, when it comes to famous making music and just creating, I know that a lot of artists are, especially like music artists, I know that they're always usually good at multiple things, especially being creative. So out of the music aspect of everything, what else creatively can we expect to see you indulge in when it comes to you tapping into your talent, if you have any?
so I want to start doing some acting,
Mhm.
even though I feel like I do it in my music videos. But I want to work with. This is the thing, right? So like this is
Mhm.
something that somebody does know. I want to work with artists who want to let me paint the picture for them. And what I mean by that is, we don't got to shoot a video with you just holding a bottle, you smoking weed, or a girl
Mhm.
shaking their ass, or like, let's make this artistic. We're artists. and we get paid the lowest for our art because it's cookie cutter. I could just take this and put it. Oh, that artist got that. Like, there's a template for just a basic rap kit. You ever seen the chain, the this, the that, and the third?
The
But it's
starter
like,
pack.
yeah, it's the starter pack. It's like the rapper starter pack, and I came from that rapper starter pack, and I evolved. But I think more so just getting with the right artist, so I could cultivate at least 10 videos for you, so you could be like, you know what, this guy really brought my vision to life in a creative way. That way, they're not looking at artists that's on the rise just as garbage, or like, nah, it's the same. Like, you want, when you see something that you like and that captivates you, and something that keeps you going and want to keep watching and binge watch, like your favorite channel on YouTube, you want to binge watch. I want that with artists when they see their visuals. So it could be, whether it's a documentary, whether it's anything, I want to just be a part of that. But besides that, I want to also make a book too, just to, get my, and make some courses, maybe an online course.
Okay, you want to be an author too?
Yeah,
I love that.
I know I went on a tangent real quick, but
no, you're fine. I want you to talk as much as possible. Trust me. And that's why I'm gonna ask you a lot of questions. And that's what I mean. Like, I feel like with just creatives in general, I think a lot of creatives are multifaceted when it comes to more than one creative endeavor. So I usually feel like people who know how to sing are always, even rap or doing anything music, are always like really good in other aspects of the arts, especially when it comes to like fashion or drawing and things like that. So I guess when it comes to you working with other artists, I know you said you're working on a project now. Can you tell us a little bit about your project that you are working on now?
Yeah, so it comes out December 5th. So by the time this interview is out, it's out now. Go stream on all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? Things
Make
of
sure
that
I go
nature.
stream his project, y'all.
And make sure y'all watch the whole video, the whole interview from front to end, because it's good. But also, it's called the interlude. So it's pretty much, that's what I named it. People saying things are EPs, and interludes is like, oh, that was good, I wish I had more. So it's only 3 songs on there. And you're going to see a video December 5th. You might see a live performance. You might see some other things that come out. So I have a song on there called Temple Run. It's going to push some buttons. It's going to get people to think. It's going to get people to talk. So that was one of the main keys. And I think that's my favorite song on there. But it's 3 songs. And pretty much, I think it's a dope project. And it's taking me away from everything I said about these artists. What they're doing is bringing me into that stratosphere. Like, I can't go backwards from here. I got to just keep elevating this kind of work. So I could just keep going and pushing. So yeah, it's a dope project though. It's produced by Smooth. He's out of Cleveland, Ohio, I believe. I hope it's Cleveland, Ohio, but he's from Ohio. And we worked and just cooked this up, three songs, and we just gonna keep pushing.
I think that's dope. You working with would you say that was a producer?
Yes.
Producer from Cleveland. So how did that happen? Like, how did that connect happen? Because I know you're from New York. How did y'all get to be able to work together, and how did that whole process work?
So it happened like this. Like me, I'm a mobile guy, right? So I travel, I go out of state. So we was in New Orleans, and I had brought my studio equipment there. And I'm like, all right, well, we might go to the studio out there, but what if I wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and I want to record? So I brought my studio equipment there. We ended up recording, but the song we recorded to was to one of his beats, because I was with another artist named Mussolini. And he was like, yeah, this is the dude that did XYZ. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So I wound up getting on Mussolini's project, and he just put a project out with Smooth. So salute to that. And I'm like, yeah, I want to make a project. He was like, holla at Smooth. So I hollered at Smooth, and then we just made a little interlude real quick, see how it goes. And then that's how it works. So just connections, 6 degrees of separation. You never know who you're talking to.
Okay. And I have a question. It's like super random. Do you know how to freestyle?
It depends. I gotta warm up first.
Or you gotta warm up? 9 times
out of 10.
So
yeah,
if I put you on the spot right now, you can't do a freestyle? I'll make the beat.
I mean, we could try. I don't even know if I can hear that beat, but okay.
All right, so make a beat in your head and then go off that. And I'm gonna add on to the dramatics in the background.
I heard you. She put me on the spot. She put me on the spot. She put me on the spot. Here it go.
Uh,
I don't
uh,
even know what I'ma do.
uh,
I'ma rap this off my heart, and you know I keep it true.
mm,
Got a daughter 7 months, and she
mm.
stick to me like glue, and she love her mother.
Ah!
You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta warm up, but normally if the beats is on,
Uh-huh.
I just be flowing. You know what I'm
That's
saying? I have no problem
dope.
with it. But you put me on the spot, so that was dope though.
And you know I gotta do it sometimes because I want to see what people's gonna come up with on the spot. I love that though. And just to get into it, because I really want the viewers out there to just really get a real feel of how it is, especially if you're not in your artistry just yet or making music just yet. Can you let the people know from your experience what are some benefits and what are some hardships that you face when it comes to actually making music, preparing music, and putting your time and money into this? Like, let the people know what are some beneficial things that you learn from it, and what are some, I guess, L's that you would take from it, but they are learning lessons.
Yeah, so let's start with the lessons.
Mhm.
This is gonna be trial and error. So if you think you just gonna come out the gate and everything is gonna flow like water,
Mhm.
I mean, I hope it does for you, but 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna happen like that. That's the 0.1%, and some people are natural with it, but it's still gonna be other elements. So when you first start, you might not like your voice, so it's gonna take you a hurdle. You might not like your sound. It's
Mhm.
gonna take you a long time to get over that. You might not be confident on camera. That's another thing. You know, you gotta have the ultimate belief in yourself because self-doubt is real. We doubt ourselves a lot at the beginning when we don't know. We're not getting that feedback from our peers. You
Mhm.
know, people like when you're at the beginning stage, but once you start to see a little growth
Mhm.
and people start to see you, oh, people paying attention and this, that, and the third, the people that was there supporting you, they're not gonna be supporting you. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's how it happens for most people. Now, if you got some people that just down for you, like your mother, people that they always gonna ride with you, your father, your grandmother, people like that. But your close friends, you might see some
Mhm.
jealousy, envy. Then this is just on a small level. If I tell you
Yeah.
about stuff in the business, on the business end, then I'll probably run you off. I don't want to do that. But
Mhm.
the benefits is you're gonna be able to network. You gotta get yourself out there. So even if you're not performing or you have nothing to do with the bill, go out and network. Go to these social events, network with people. Don't be
Mhm.
afraid to talk to people because you never know who you're talking to. Another benefit is once you get great at this, your confidence is gonna be through the roof. You're gonna walk in a room like, oh my God,
I
you know
love
who I
that
am?
one.
You know what I'm saying? Like music
Mhm.
gives you confidence.
It
When I
does.
don't do music, I'm like this. When I'm doing music, my confidence is up. I'm able to do what the hell I want to do. And then the
Mhm.
third thing, it's just gonna open you up to a world that you know you never had. Like
Mhm.
I'm a dude from the Bronx, New York, that when I used to go to live on YouTube a couple years ago, I used to have people from Egypt, UK, Dominican Republic, all over the
Mhm.
world saying, "Yo, I'm so happy I caught you live," and they donating money. It's just like a whole world that you're missing
Mhm.
just by putting your face out there and your talent out there. So creatives, not even if you're an artist, do this shit because it's room for you. Trust me.
Mhm. And even though I know there's a benefit to both of these factors, do you feel like it is better for up and coming artists, artists in general, to do more networking, or do you think the path of just posting on social media and putting content out there is a better way for getting more doors to open for you, opportunity wise?
So the internet is, and there's no personality on the internet.
Mhm.
From what I got and what I experienced, a person meeting you online, they're
Mhm.
going off your numbers, they're
Mhm.
going off by how much you produce. I'm way more personable in person. If I meet somebody, guarantee you spend at least 4 hours with me, you're not gonna forget who I am because that's just who I am.
Mhm.
I leave an impression on everyone.
Mhm.
Online, you may see a couple videos. I could be faking. Like I could be happy right now. As soon as I turn this camera off, I'm mad, I'm yelling, I'm doing whatever. That's not the
Mhm.
case. But online, there's no personality. In person, there's personality. So it's whatever floats your boat. And then it depends the age range. Some people
Right.
is like introverts. Me, I'm both, but I know how to open up a conversation. If I want to talk to
Mhm.
somebody, I want to talk to. And this is one more thing. I just want to say one more thing.
Mhm.
Remember, as an artist, you are a business. And if you're not a business, you gotta have great customer service. So when y'all slide in people DMs, say hello, ask the person how they doing, where they from, build a report before you ask for any favor. Try to get to know them. And that goes for people who doing graphics, selling beats, because it always happens. Y'all always slide in the DM. Hey, I like your music. Yeah, I'm selling this. I don't even know you. You have to build some type of rapport before
I
you
don't even know you.
Yeah, I don't. People, when you buy, it's either because you like somebody or you like the product or you know of the product. It's rare that you just buy on first glance unless it's a sympathy buy, like, yeah. But for the most part, if you want a loyal customer or somebody that can trust you, you got to build some type of trust and some rapport. So I just want to leave people with that.
And I love that. And just to piggyback a little bit off of that, off of what you were saying about the whole confidence thing and the artist being a business, artists, you really are a business. And that's why the whole path that I love about being an artist, right, is that you go through one, your art is what you're telling, like what you're letting the people know is pretty much either life stories, stories in your head that you wish that would happen and they probably didn't happen. You just made it like a song to let it to be a story. I said this all before. I say that to say I feel like agreeing with you that once you develop that kind of confidence that come with being an artist or any field that you're in, your look starts to change, right? You start to become more dominant and how you present yourself. So it's like your look, it's your persona, it's your demeanor, it's your qualities, it's your characteristics. Like all these things start to shift and change depending on the artist that you want to be. And so I always like to let people know, like, when you want to go on like this path of being an artist, truly find who you are as an artist and don't try too much to replicate an artist that either inspired you or influenced you, because then you kind of miss that point of who you are as an artist, and then you kind of it's going to take longer, and then it's going to be harder to find what that look for you is or what that style for you is. And all of these things are important because at some point in time you're going to want brand deals, you're going to want loans, you probably going to want to be on a label and attract more people. And the way you attract more people is just how you're branding yourself. And the first thing people are going to look at when it comes to you branding yourself is your look and your business. So I definitely agree with you on that one. And so while we are in this topic about brands and businesses, how do you feel like you're doing when it comes to holding up your brand, building up your brand, holding up your brand as an artist? Like, how do you feel like that aspect of the music is going for you?
I feel like I'm restarting over because it's like every few years I'll do music, take a break, do music, take a break, do music, take a break. But it's like I used to get this feeling in my stomach and think something bad was happening and something good was happening. So I would stop. Now I get that feeling in my stomach knowing that it's a good thing. Now I just follow my intuition even more. But as far as the building a brand, I think this is just the beginning stage. And I have a lot more to go, a lot more to learn. But I know who I am now. I got purpose in life. And that's what matters to me the most right now is the purpose, and your core values is going to determine what your brand represents. So same values you have at home, same values you apply to your business, and everything would just come together. So that's why I say there's no such thing as work-life balance if everything is in harmony, if that makes sense.
I love that. I love that. And so, you guys, with that being said, we will now be going into our break. And during our break, you'll be seeing a little bit of Famous AAA's work. And if you're interested, his info for his social media and his music will be linked in our bio. So go check that out. And we'll see you right after the break. It's your girl, Kamora She.
And Famous AAA.
And we'll see you right after this break.
Ay, ay, ay. Take it as I see, as I'm rolling down the road. I need mental peace, get distracted by my phone. Each and every way, I'm gonna rise no more. See that as can be, do an app check every moment. Things getting warmer, we into the season, but less goes and less of a reason They care about the stress over demons. Taking that sea moss, my melanin easy. When your skin glow, and the utmost by the owners. It's cutthroat, G-A-M-E. Drop gems like jewelers. Same one with PTSD. It's a damn shame I went through it. I really went through it. I never silver spooned it. Take a trip to the hood with toxicities all inclusive. Videos on the roof, had the tennis use a broom to the ceiling. Some days I feel like a bird, wings are invisible. The aura attracting them all. They ask who is he and why he don't talk. I'm gone. Observing, I see how you move. Right then I make my adjustments. My mama ain't raised no fool. Take it as I see, as I'm rolling down the road. I need mental pace, get distracted by my phone. Each and every way, I'm gonna rise no more. See that as can be, do an app check every morning. Take it as I see, as I'm rolling down the road. I need mental pace, get distracted by my phone. Each and every way, I'm gonna rise no more. See that as can be, do an app check every morning. 2 tears in a bucket, fuck it. You cry a river, you swim in it, then drown in public. 2 tears in a bucket, fuck it. You cry a river, you swim in it, then drown in public. Take it as I see, as I'm rolling down the road. I need mental pace, get distracted by my phone. Each and every way, I'm gonna rise no more. See that as can be, do an app check every morning.
Hey you guys, what's going on? It's your girl Komorashi.
And famous A.
Ah! And
Yeah.
so we're here after this break. I hope y'all liked AA's work that he put out, and he let us he gave us the permission to be able to share. I hope y'all go support him. Remember, all of his information will be in the description below, so be sure to check him out. And so just to kind of wrap this interview up a little bit, I just want to ask you a few more questions. And I know we were talking about your project, and so I did want to say, if you can just let the audience know what type of feeling can they expect coming from your project.
You could expect the theme song to a grown man speaking to the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Grown man talk.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much that's what it is. You ever seen a boss at your job? He just walked in and he was like, who the hell is that dude? I never spoke to him before. But his body language is spoke. But now we doing it with figurative language. We doing it with, with women on the music, in the music. I accredited that to just me. Like, you know what? If I got a theme song, I need a woman on it. If I got this hook, I want to throw a woman on it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm doing a song right here, I need a woman on a sample. So that's how it all ties together. Just like your boss walking in and he just speaking to all the women like, hello, but he didn't say in a word. He just letting his aura speak,
Right. I love that. And so I guess my next question for you would be, in 5 years, what do you feel like, or at least for your 5-year expectation or goals, what do you feel like your 5 years in music looks like from today?
I think I would be sort of like a Rasta.
Okay.
And how I mean by that is like my ultimate destination is to end up on a beach and just live life like that and just have music where it's like waves, the water, relaxing.
Very off the grid.
Yes, like
off the grid.
just like you ever see somebody take a picture and you're like, damn, I wish I was over there. Like me, that's how my music's gonna be to people. And people gonna appreciate it if they really encouraged and they want to feel like they soul lifting out of their body and and just having an out of body experience. That's what I want to give people in 5 years when it comes to the music aspect.
And what are 3 top award shows that you say you really want to strive to perform at?
I don't even care about award shows, to be honest with you, but if it made sense, I would do the Lyrical Lemonade one that he has in Chicago. That's the guy Cole Bennett who be doing them dope videos. What else? Probably Made in America.
Hmm.
Anywhere where it's packed out and people can't move and there's no violence, put
That's where
me
you
there.
at. I
Yeah,
love
any three
that.
of those.
I
Let's
love
do
that.
those.
And I love that you're so enlightened, and I love that you have this positive vibe and aura about you. And so with that being said, I just want you to leave the people off with some words of encouragement from you. Um, and yeah, like what do you have to tell the people out there that just, are striving for their dreams? They feel like giving up. They don't know what they want to do. They're just confused. Like, what do you tell those people?
I tell you like this: life is a game, and people say life is not a game. It is a game. You just gotta know how to play it. Since you in the matrix, like everybody else is in the matrix,
Hmm.
you have to find your way and navigate what you want to do. Control the controllables, and the uncontrollables just woosah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Meditate when you feel like you're about to have an explosion. You know what you do? You just walk away, or
Hmm.
don't even involve yourself in that situation. So I say that to say this: every day, be a student. Life is about the student, not the teachers.
Hmm.
A teacher's never a teacher if he stops learning. So he always has to be the student in order to be the teacher, because teachers always evolve and grow.
Mm,
If that makes sense. So,
I love
and my
that.
YouTube channel is for independent artists and creatives that's on the evergreen path. So the things that we make, it never dies.
Mm,
50 years from now, you could play a song that I made today because it's evergreen. It's not trendy. If that makes sense. Don't
mm.
ever give up though. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. I can't push you, but I can just tell you, don't give up. You want to be different. You want to be the 1% in life. Don't give up.
And you heard it here, you guys, from famous AAA. Don't ever give up. That's the slogan for the caption. um,
Mm-hmm.
so, you guys, that's a wrap up for episode 2 of the Artist Sit Down. It's your girl Kamora She.
And famous AAA.
And famous, we thank you so much for allowing your time to be on the show today. Once again, you guys, be sure to check out famous. Information will be in the description below, and be sure to check him out. Support his music, support his work, you guys. He's dope. He's amazing. And do you have any last words for the people?
Yeah, I just want to say salute family, and everybody have a great day. I'm sending positive vibes through the airways. If you need a hug, I got one for you. Salute.
And thank you guys for tuning in to the second episode of The Artist Sit Down.